EA has dropped the 85 overall Spotlight Sam Bennett for Shell Week. And in this video, I'm going to go over exactly how to acquire it, and it's not going to cost you anything. That's a lie. Maybe your sanity. All right, now before we get into how to acquire the card, let's take a look. 85 overall, 6'1", 193. The left-handed center comes with Elite Spark Plug, which means that every time that you get a body check with Sam Bennett, it will add additional pressure if you're in the offensive zone, and you're also going to get a temporary speed and acceleration boost after delivering a hit. He also comes with All-Star Warrior, which reduces stamina penalties when you're getting body checked or when you block shots. And it is also supposed to allow you to shrug off the big slow effects when you get hit with someone with truculence. It's also supposed to unlock different shot blocking animations and makes you immune to losing your stick when you get hit with someone with truculence. Now, when it comes to his attributes, 88 speed and 88 acceleration, which is really good, 86 agility and endurance. His shot is in the mid-80s, as are his hand stats. He also comes with 89 body checking, and he's got 84 face-offs, meaning that you can use him at center. Now let's take a look at how you get him. All right, there is 3 ways to acquire Sam Bennett. The first one, and the cheapest one in terms of your collection coins and money, is by heading over to Hut Moments, and you'll see 9 new Spotlight Sam Bennett moments that will be in the game until noon Eastern time on Thursday, September 18th. So if you have not purchased the game yet, you are picking up the standard edition and playing it on September 12th, you will be able to earn the Spotlight Sam Bennett. Now, for anyone that played NHL 25, this is essentially the Titan moments. You have 9 moments that will get more and more difficult in terms of the difficulty. However, there are a few that are extremely hard for a majority of the player base, but I'm going to walk you through how to do each one and how I was able to complete it. Now, by completing all of these moments, you will earn Spotlight collectibles, and you are looking to get 25 in total. If you finish all 9, you will get the 25 required, which you can then bring over to the Spotlight sets, and you will see that there is a 25 collectible set where you cash them all in, and you will get the Spotlight Sam Bennett that is account bound, meaning that you can't trade him into a set or sell him on the auction house at a later date. You can essentially just use him in your lineup. Now, option number 2 in how you acquire the Spotlight Sam Bennett is there are collectible sets that you can trade in cards from your collection, and this will help you knock out those collectibles. Now, you've got 3 options. For 1 Spotlight collectible, you can trade in 5 75 overall player items and 3 76 overall player items. If we're talking just in terms of value, this is the worst one. 75 overall player items sell for 1,100 or more. If you have a lot of untradeable, you could consider this. But again, I wouldn't recommend doing this at all. I would try and complete the moments. Now, set number 2 will give you 2 Spotlight collectibles. You need to trade in 377 overalls as well as 378 overalls. This is a little bit better value at current auction house prices. You're looking at about 4,000 coins per collectible. It'll cost you about 8,000 to complete this set. And then lastly, you've got the 3 Spotlight collectible set trade-in, where you trade in 379 overall items as well as 380 overall items. And this is actually the cheapest per collectible cost at current market value. You're looking at about 11,000 coins to make this set complete, which works out to about 3,666 coins per collectible. Just for some quick math, that's 91,650 coins if you were to just completely make all of the collectibles. Now, the last way to acquire the Spotlight Sam Bennett is in the store. So, for trading in 277,500 coins, you will get Spotlight Sam Bennett as well as 680 overall and above player items. However, I do want to point out that Sam Bennett via this route is untradeable, meaning that you can use him in the set in the future. I would not recommend this. This is not good value. And like I said, I'm going to show you how to complete the moments. Now, you could also spend money. 3,700 points in Canadian is about $40 to $50 in value. Totally would not recommend this route. Now, when it comes to his line combinations, he does fit a few. If you pair him with a St. Louis Blue or an Ottawa Senator, he will go up +1 overall. You can also pair him with a German and an Edmonton Oiler, or a Swede and a Capital, and again, get a +1 overall boost. He also fits in the 3 Canadian line to get 3 AP, if you have not completed that line just yet. But that being said, let's get into completing each of these Hut moments. first up with the getting 1 point with Sam Bennett on rookie for 1 collectible. Now, again, this is on rookie, so you are going to be much faster, and all you've got to do is just drive the net. A simple backhand forehand will count. This one's pretty simple. Once you've completed that, the second moment will be completing 7 shots with Sam Bennett. This will be done on semi-pro, and again, acquiring 1 Spotlight Sam Bennett collectible. Again, this one's pretty self-explanatory. The one thing I would recommend is maybe just try and shoot low for a rebound so that you can keep possession. Just force feed it with Bennett, a backhand shot from a mile out, or a wrist shot from the point just inside the blue line. It doesn't matter. This one's very easy to complete. Number 3, you'll need to get 8 hits with Sam Bennett. This will give you 2 Spotlight Sam Bennett collectibles, and again, it's on semi-pro. Now, for this one, I actually recommend that you position lock as Sam Bennett. You can do this by clicking in L3 on the jersey selection screen. It will then open up the position you want to choose. Sam Bennett is the center, so you choose the center position and then ready up, and that will allow you to position lock as Sam Bennett. And the reason why you want to do this is because it's much easier to just run around as him, and you can call for passes so that you can get your AI to turn it over. And then again, you're just running around, basically just hitting up on the right thumbstick. You've got more than enough time in one period to get the hits required. This one's pretty simple. The other thing I do want to point out is that if you're carrying the puck with Sam Bennett, a reverse hit will also count as a hit. So to do a reverse hit, if you're using total controls, is simply hit X or A when the other player gets really close to you while you're carrying the puck, and that will count as another hit towards this objective. Now on to the pro difficulty, which has proven to be quite difficult in the past. It does look like there are tuner issues, or maybe that's on purpose, where you're still going to get ragdolled by the CPU if you get close to them. However, you just need to score 1 snapshot goal, and you will get 3 Spotlight Sam Bennett collectibles. A snapshot is essentially where you just flick up on the right stick. You can aim it with the left stick. It also counts if you do a backhand forehand deke, things like that. But by completing this, you will get 3 Spotlight Sam Bennett collectibles. Number 5, again on the pro difficulty, you'll need to get 3 points with Sam Bennett. This could be goals and assists. And again, it will give you 3 Spotlight Sam Bennett collectibles. Now, one of the easiest ways to score is to just come down your off wing. And once you get around the defender closest to you holding the backhand, you can just cut back out in front and go high or low far side. That's a really easy goal to do on this difficulty. Then once you have 1 goal, because they will pull their goalie with 45 seconds remaining, you can just wait for that, score 1 goal on the next face-off, let them start with possession. You can take your time out if that's going to replenish all of your energy, and then just repeat the process. So you really only need to score 1 to get them to pull their goalie. They will when they are within 2. So just repeat the process, get your 3 points, and move on to the next moment. On to number 6. This is where a majority of the player base is going to get hung up. On the pro difficulty, you need to score 2 one-timer goals with Sam Bennett. And again, this is going to be the one that a lot of people are going to get frustrated with. Now, for full transparency, the entire moment list took me about an hour and a half, and over an hour of it was this exact moment. So understand that it is going to be extremely annoying. However, if you get lucky, there are things that can make it far easier if you can just get 1 one-timer goal with Sam Bennett. Now, one of the easiest ways is to take Sam Bennett back to the point, wait for your defender to switch positions, and then simply pass it to your other defender, and then fire it back to Sam Bennett for a one-timer. You're just going to repeat this process over and over again. Now, the next thing to remember, once you have the lead, they will pull their goalie with 45 seconds to go. You can get into the offensive zone, and you can take a one-timer with Sam Bennett, and it will count. It does not have to be a skill-based one-timer. It just needs to be a one-timer of any kind, and the empty net is obviously the easiest way to do it. Now, there is a lot of players on the ice, and they can block it, so it can be very frustrating to get both, but you can get one. Now, if you are about to run out of time, this is very important. What you want to do is pull your own goalie by hitting L1 and either select or the pad on PlayStation 5, and that is going to pull your goalie, and then you want to let them just score on you to force overtime. Again, this is only if you've gotten one-timer goal with Sam Bennett. Then, take your time and do the same thing over and over and over again until you get that one-timer with Sam Bennett. Again, this one's going to be very frustrating. It is going to cause a lot of people to just stop doing the moments entirely. And I do want to point out that if you do it for an hour or even 2, and you're just straight up not going to do it anymore, it is okay to take the collectibles you've earned and then go and make the remaining 15 via sets. It'll cost you about 50,000 coins in value, or if you use your untradables to get that done. But I would honestly recommend that if after 5 days you've tried a few times and you just simply can't get this done. It's a video game. Don't just get hung up on this. If you aren't having any fun and you want the card, it's okay to go that route. Once you have completed that, on All-Star, you'll just need to score 1 goal with Sam Bennett. That'll give you 4 collectibles. And again, for any goal objectives or moments, I like to just go down the right or left side on the backhand, cut towards the middle to get around the defender, and then flip it to your forehand and go far side. And you can, again, just repeat this process over and over again until you get it. Moment number 8, you'll need to score 10 goals in one 5-minute period on Rookie for 4 Spotlight collectibles. This one is far easier than the one-timer moment, so don't let the total amount of goals scare you away. There are really easy ways to score on Rookie. Again, I love just coming down the right side and going low far side. Or if you start in your own zone, you can just get a breakaway pretty much any time and do a forehand, backhand, or backhand, forehand, backhand. Even just circling around the net and just hucking a backhander up. This is on Rookie, so it is quite easy. The goaltender is really bad. Remember, you've got 2 in-game minutes per goal, so you can do the math if you're on track or not. I wouldn't recommend pulling the goalie and trying to do all of that. Just keep trying to master the same goal over and over again, and you'll eventually get it. And then lastly, on Superstar, you need to score 3 goals with Sam Bennett, getting the hat trick. That will get you the last 4 Spotlight Sam Bennett collectibles. Now, in this situation, you are actually down by 2. So as long as you score 2 goals with Sam Bennett, you can go to overtime and then take your time. But again, my favorite way to score with him is to simply just come down the right side, cut into the middle, and shoot upstairs. That one seems to work quite a bit. And then anytime that you get in tight to the goaltender, backhand, backhand, or forehand, backhand, forehand. I completed on my first try. And again, I just was able to score a late goal and then in overtime, take my time to make sure that I got that 3rd and final goal. So I hope this helps get Sam Bennett on your team. Let me know how he plays for you in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.